What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a project that's been on my mind for a very long time. It's a challenge I've set for myself, and I'm so excited to finally bring you all along for the ride. The idea is simple, but the execution, well, that's where the fun begins. We're going to take a car that most people would write off, something that's seen better days, and transform it into a head-turner. The catch, we're doing this on an incredibly tight budget. This isn't about spending a fortune to create a show car. This is about proving that with a little bit of creativity, some elbow grease, and smart spending, you can build something truly special. It's about the satisfaction of doing it yourself and breathing new life into a machine that was destined for the scrapyard. I want to show you that you don't need a six-figure bank account to have a car you're proud of. This project is for all the dreamers, the builders, the everyday enthusiasts who love cars, but also love keeping some money in their pockets. So, are you ready to see if we can pull this off? Let's get started. Alright, let's meet the star of our show. This is it, our canvas. I found this thing for an absolute steal, and honestly, you can probably see why. Let's just take a moment to appreciate, or maybe not appreciate, its current state. The paint is a great example of what years of sun and neglect can do. It's faded, peeling in some spots, and has lost all of its shine. It's more of a dull, sad matte finish at this point, and then there are the battle scars. We've got a collection of dents and dings on almost every panel. This one on the driver's side door looks like it had a disagreement with a shopping cart, and lost. The front bumper has seen a few too many curbs, and the headlights are so cloudy, they probably don't do much at night. It's the kind of car you walk past in a parking lot and don't even notice. It just blends into the background of forgotten vehicles. It's rough, there's no denying it. But underneath all this wear and tear, I see potential. I see a solid base for something great. The engine runs, the chassis is straight, and that's all I really needed. Everything else, that's just cosmetic. That's where our journey begins. Let's get this thing back to the workshop and start the transformation. First things first, we need a clean slate. You can't build a masterpiece on a dirty canvas. So, we're starting with the most thorough wash this car has probably ever had. We're not just talking about a quick rinse. We're getting into every nook and cranny, using a pressure washer to blast away years of caked on grime and dirt. We're using a clay bar to pull out all the embedded contaminants from the paint that a normal wash just won't touch. You can literally feel the surface getting smoother as we go. This step is so crucial, especially for what we have planned next. Once it was squeaky clean, it was time to address those dents. I'm using a basic paintless dent repair kit I got online. It's a bit of a slow and tedious process. You have to be patient, carefully working the metal from behind or using glue pull tabs to slowly bring the panel back to its original shape. It's not perfect, but for a budget build, the improvement is massive. It makes the car look so much straighter and more solid. Now, for the biggest change. We're not spending thousands on a new paint job, no way, we're going with a vinyl wrap. I chose this incredible color, and I'm so excited to see it on the car. Applying a wrap is a skill that takes practice. You have to carefully lay the vinyl, use a heat gun to make it pliable around curves, and squeegee out every single air bubble. It's a test of patience, but watching the color transform the car, panel by panel, is one of the most satisfying things you can do. And finally, the wheels. The old Steelies with their faded hubcaps just had to go. I managed to find a set of used aftermarket wheels on a local marketplace for a great price. They needed a good clean and a fresh coat of paint, but the difference they make is just night and day. Wheels are like the shoes of a car. They can completely change the entire look and stance. It's already starting to look like a completely different car. Now that the exterior is looking sharp, we absolutely cannot ignore the interior. Honestly, it was just as bad, if not worse, than the outside. There was this lingering smell of old coffee and I don't even want to know what else. The first order of business was a full-on deep clean. I mean, everything came out. The seats, the carpets, all the plastic trim pieces. This allowed us to get to the floor pan and really scrub it down. I rented a carpet extractor, and you would not believe the color of the water that came out of these seats and carpets. It was disgusting, but also incredibly satisfying. It's like an exorcism for grime. With everything clean, it was time for repairs. The driver's seat had the classic tear in the side bolster from years of getting in and out. Instead of spending a fortune on reupholstery, I found a really good quality fabric repair kit online. It's designed to patch up rips and tears. You mix a color to match your fabric, apply the adhesive, and then a fibrous material on top. After it cures, you brush off the excess, and while it's not an invisible repair, it looks 100 times better and prevents the tear from getting any worse. It's a durable, cost-effective solution. Finally, I wanted to add a little touch that I'd feel every time I drive the car. The original shift knob was this gross, worn-out piece of plastic. I replaced it with a new, weighted knob. It's a small detail, but it makes a huge difference in the driving experience. It feels more solid, more precise. It's these little details that elevate the entire feel of the car from a beater to something you actually enjoy being in. The interior is now a clean, fresh, and much more pleasant place to be. The moment you've all been waiting for is finally here. After all the hours of cleaning, sanding, wrapping, and wrenching, the transformation is complete. It's time for the big reveal. Are you ready to see what a little bit of vision and a whole lot of hard work can do? Let's roll back the clock for a second. Remember this: the faded paint, the dents, the cloudy headlights, the sad, forgotten interior. A car that was on its last legs, completely overlooked. And now, look at it. Just look at it. The vinyl wrap has completely changed its personality. The color just pops, and the finish is flawless. Those dents and dings are a distant memory, leaving behind clean, straight body lines. The new wheels fill out the arches perfectly, giving it a much more aggressive and purposeful stance. It's gone from invisible to undeniable, and when you open the door, you're not met with a dingy, tired cabin anymore. You're greeted by a clean, refreshed interior that feels almost new. The repaired seat, the clean carpets, that new shift knob. It's a space you actually want to spend time in. This is more than just a makeover. It's a resurrection. We took a car that nobody wanted and turned it into something that people will stop and look at. It's the ultimate underdog story, And seeing the before and after side by side, even I'm a little shocked. It's proof that you don't need to break the bank to create something you're truly proud of. This right here is what it's all about. So, there you have it. One completed budget build. We took a rundown, cheap car and gave it a second chance at life. Now, I know what you're all thinking. How much did this whole transformation actually cost? Let's break it down. The vinyl wrap was the biggest expense, but it was still a fraction of the cost of a paint job. The used wheels were a total bargain, and a can of wheel paint doesn't cost much. The dent repair kit, the interior cleaning supplies, the seat repair kit, and the new shift knob. All of these were incredibly affordable finds. When you add it all up, the total cost for this entire transformation is probably less than what most people spend on a down payment for a new car. And the best part, the satisfaction. The feeling of stepping back and looking at what you've created with your own two hands is priceless. This project was never about building the fastest or the most expensive car. It was about showing what's possible on a realistic budget. It's about inspiring you to look at that old car sitting in the driveway and see not what it is, but what it could be. I hope this build has shown you that car culture is accessible to everyone. All it takes is a bit of passion and a willingness to get your hands dirty. Thank you so much for following along on this journey. I had an absolute blast building this, and I can't wait to see what you all create. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more projects, and let me know in the comments what you think of the final result. Until next time, keep building.